Let's wait to hear it.
All right. If I could, we're going to get started in about a minute.
Okay, she didn't say anything. This is as y'all can see, human trafficking ring busted, y'all. Yay! Let's look at a win for a change. Human trafficking ring was busted in New Jersey.
All the formation. Good afternoon, everybody. Today I'm joined by the Division of Criminal Justice Director, Steve 𝗗𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦, Chief of Detectives, 𝗟𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦, Acting Prosecutor of Mercer County, and
I can't tell
in this context, the Deputy Director of the Division of Criminal Justice, and who oversees the Human Trafficking Unit.
Yeah, you're
Teresa
right.
Hilton. And also pleased to be joined by Lieutenant Colonel Phil Buck of New Jersey State Police, as well as all of their respective teams from the Division of Criminal Justice and from the State Police, who did extraordinary work on the indictments that I'm about to announce. We're here today to announce the indictments of 7 defendants in connection with 2 separate human trafficking enterprises operating in both North and South Jersey. I think it's important to underscore the locations here, because we know that human trafficking knows no boundaries and in fact operates both throughout our state, throughout this country, and indeed across the globe.
It's recording.
In the South Jersey case, which came out of Cumberland County, 4 Bridgeton residents, 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗞𝗦 Luna, who was 42, as well as his alleged co-conspirators, Jose Perez Lopez, age 40, Rosendo Vasquez Hernandez, age 35, and 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗞𝗦 Puentes Marquez, age 28, were indicted yesterday. The indictment alleges that all 4 defendants, who also engaged in drug trafficking, participated in a human trafficking operation in which women were recruited on the false pretense that they would be working as dancers. But instead, they were taken to a Bridgeton home where they were offered for commercial sex. It's alleged that new victims were picked up on a weekly basis from Queens, New York, and from Paterson, New Jersey. And they were taken down to Bridgeton, where they were allegedly forced to perform sex acts on hundreds of men during the week. And while at the house, the victims also allegedly witnessed violent activity. In the Essex County case, 2 suspects were indicted yesterday in connection with the human trafficking of 3 juvenile victims. A third.
Yeah, this in fact, let me see something real quick, just to let y'all know. I don't know. Fox News streamed 1 day ago. This was uploaded 1 day ago.
The suspect in that case was indicted in August. Newark residents 𝗗𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦 Meekins, age 21, and her alleged co-conspirator, Dante Barkley, age 28, were indicted after allegedly forcing 2 15-year-old victims and 1 13-year-old victim to perform sexual acts. In this case, the defendants allegedly arranged for the victims to engage in sex acts using smartphone apps and posting online ads, including nude photos of the minors. The children victims, and I want to underscore that these were children, were then allegedly taken to short-term rentals and hotels to engage in sex acts. These alleged crimes are a stark reminder as to why we must be steadfast in our goal to end human trafficking in all of its forms. We are, and as long as I'm the Attorney General of this state, will remain committed to pursuing charges against anyone who engages in human trafficking. And our motivation for this work, and I think I speak for everybody who does this work in this room, is simple. We do this work for the victims, for the survivors, for those who deserve justice and dignity, and who deserve to be treated like human beings. We fight for everyone who has not only survived the horrors of human trafficking, but also those who are working to rebuild their lives 1 step and 1 day at a time. The Division of Criminal Justice's Human Trafficking Unit was launched nearly 2 years ago, and the vital work of this unit cannot be overstated. When I announced the creation of the Human Trafficking Unit, I explained that the unit had a clear mandate to identify and dismantle human trafficking networks operating in our state and to provide a measure of justice to those who had suffered at their hands. And I'm proud that the unit is doing that work in service of that mission each and every day.
The big box stores. That's great. Walmart did a Netflix special on Walmart and how bad and how terrible. If you've seen this special, how horrible Walmart treats they sweatshops, the living conditions they have, the poor work environments they have. And these are Walmart companies. So people from the government got to go over there. And this is the crazy part, man. They said people come over there from the government to make sure the work conditions is fair. Think about it, Amy, William, the Thomas Aaron, the Thomas Aaron. Think about it. Walmart has very, very cheap prices. You can't beat Walmart prices. You can't beat Sam prices. They're making other people go out of business. How the heck are they getting these cheap prices on these, especially the clothing? Because they are running cheap labor and they deliver all this stuff to the United States. They mark it up, but it's still cheaper than everybody else to beat everybody else out. It is very, very unfair. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to keep. Boy, I can't wait to shake this cold. It is very, very unfair the way they run in these sweatshops. And get this. This is the part that kills me. The government official that goes over there, the lady said, this is the third time he came over here and nothing's going to change. We've been doing this for years. They'll come over, then they would talk to Walmart and they gauging on how much money I need to pay you. How many $100,000 I need to pay you to keep your mouth shut. This is the last time I'm going to pay you, by the way. I ain't paying you no more. You're going to keep your mouth shut. Don't you want that vacation house? Here's the $500,000 for you. Here's the $800,000. They don't go. We ain't doing no millions to keep you shut. We ain't doing that. We would close the shop down and build another one. So that's off the table. This is what they saying.
Across New Jersey. Just to give you a sense of the scale of this unit's operations now.
Netflix special.
Since it was created 2 years ago, we now have 11 seasoned litigators and investigators working together to pursue what are often complex human trafficking networks, again, across jurisdictional boundaries. I'm also proud that the New Jersey State Police has significantly increased its human trafficking unit size, and our divisional criminal justice team was able to double in size this year as compared to its first year in operation. And with that increase in personnel, we've increased the unit's caseload. This case that we're announcing today is a testament to the Division of Criminal Justice and the New Jersey State Police close collaboration, which have led to these two successful investigations. It's undeniable that the collaboration we have across the state police and with the Division of Criminal Justice has led to what is truly an unprecedented increase in the investigation and prosecution of human trafficking in New Jersey. Put it in perspective, from 2018 to 2022.
Wow. Jana says, Jana says, oh, maybe I shouldn't be saying the people's name, but Walmart, a lot of Walmarts is built by railroad tracks. Because it's a Walmart up the street. And I am almost sure, I'm not 100% certain, but it's a railroad track over there. I swear to God it is. Because, yeah, you go over some railroad tracks down the street on the main road, and it runs that way. Oh, girl, you make me want to get in my car and go down there and look. What the other Walmart? The other Walmart is not by a railroad track, but they close together. They kind of close together anyway. So I think you're right on that. I don't see why you won't be right on that. Big Mike Cross, the boss. Put the time lapse cam there. Yeah, there you go. You're right about that. It's a shame, man. It's something going on. And there's some heavy hitters, big wigs, and just like when you go to your job, my boss has said so many things that was wrong. And I kept my mouth shut because she's the boss. These people are seeing so many things that are wrong, and they keep their mouth shut because, I got to eat and feed my family.
In 2024, we had more defendants charged or indicted than that were charged or indicted in the entire state of New Jersey.
Just talk
from 2018 to 2022. Those are just numbers coming out of the Division of Criminal Justice. So this year alone, more defendants than were charged or indicted in the entire state over a 4-year period. That is a significant increase and a testament to the work that we've been able to do thanks to the increased investment and focus on these horrible crimes. And while the full extent of the problem and the challenge of human trafficking can be difficult to assess, we know that the FBI considers New Jersey to be a hub for this type of activity because of our location, because we're within reach of several major metropolitan areas, including New York, Philadelphia, and Baltimore. But we are fighting back. In addition to our human trafficking unit, our human trafficking task force, which we began in 2005, continues its work coordinating the efforts of state and federal law enforcement agencies, as well as state regulatory departments, advocacy groups, and importantly, social service providers. The information that they share is then used to coordinate and drive both investigations and law enforcement training, as well as victim outreach and our public awareness efforts. But we know that more needs to be done. 2025 is just a few weeks away, and yet we live in a world where some of us look at fellow human beings simply as property. Human trafficking is a crime where victims are often hidden in plain sight, and signs of human trafficking often go unnoticed because the relationship between the trafficker and the victim masquerades as often as a consensual, romantic, or familial relationship, or even sometimes as a legitimate employment relationship. So we must dispel the myths and misconceptions about human trafficking, including this commonly held notion that this is something that only happens to other people. In fact, human trafficking can affect every community across our state and indeed across this country. This misconception limits and hinders our ability to detect human trafficking and to prosecute it. So dispelling these myths is critical.
You're right about that.
This problem requires vigilance in every neighborhood, in every town, in every county, in every community, indeed in every state across this country. So in order to increase awareness, I launched a public awareness campaign earlier this year known as STALLS, which stands for Sanctuary from Trafficking, Awareness, and Linkage to Law Enforcement and Services. In particular, I want to thank First Assistant Attorney General in our department, Lindsay Rotolo, for her leadership on this effort.
We're doing this reaction and this live, and I'm learning and stuff. Hey, Helen, have a good day. Enjoy your birthday. Her birthday. I'm talking to my live screen, live channel and everything, just in case this don't get cut out. Queenie, what's going on? I wanted to bring, and I'm gonna say it again. I wanted to bring some positive news to the human trafficking and all the sadness. Ali Carter, thank you for coming forward. Even the Mishas in Alan English, I can't pronounce her name. I don't need the Courtneys, all this stuff about the Puffy and all this crazy stuff that's going on. Something positive came out of it. And what I'm saying is, I'm thinking that since all this stuff is happening, human trafficking team, y'all better get on y'all jobs. better show us something. Budget's about to be cut because y'all ain't doing nothing. I haven't heard. I ain't been listening out and I ain't been paying attention, but I ain't heard nothing about no human trafficking ring being busted into the day. And this been up for one day. So let's celebrate that something is happening. And the Amber Alerts, we need to start seeing more of those. We need to start investigating where these houses and stuff is at, that they know where they at. They know about these things. I can go to one right now, and the address is a club. I want to say a strip club. And these people that work for Homeland Security that's sending red flag, y'all done send 300 something kids to this one address. How the heck you lose 300 kids that need to go to the same address that came over the wall? How you get 300 kids over on the other side of the wall that need to come back to you on this side of the wall? How did that happen? Can you explain that to me? We ain't even talking about the 320,000 that they can't account for. We ain't talking about, let's just go with the 3. Let's take some smaller numbers for a little while in New Jersey. And y'all sitting there looking at this right here. This right here. How many people involved in this? I would be torturing them people, say, you got to give up on some old rings. This ain't the only ring we caught y'all. Keep your mouth shut. We caught y'all. Keep your mouth shut. Don't tell them about the other 40 places you know about. Keep your mouth shut. Nah, cousin. Nah. Boy, you better be lucky, boy. Me and Trump, look here, man. You seen the Kevin Hart special on Netflix? I don't even know what the name of the thing is where he make the people talk. Yeah, I'd be one of them dudes. It's a comedy, but yeah, Mr. whatever his name is. Anyway.
This campaign involves brightly colored posters with information about how victims and bystanders can report suspected human trafficking, and they are now in place in public restrooms across our state. These posters include QR codes and the number for National Human Trafficking Hotline, as well as the New Jersey Human Trafficking Hotline. And they're found in places where we know, tragically, maybe the only time that a victim will be alone. Acting Prosecutor Teresa Hilton will have more on this campaign later in the press conference. We're also, and this is really important, working to enhance the services and supports that we make available to victims as they seek to recover and find some measure of justice.
Blinking like that.
It's that need to provide support to victims that led me to create the Division of Violence Intervention and Victim Assistance, better known as VIVA, back in 2022. VIVA brings together our victim services and the department's violence intervention and prevention programming under one roof because it is imperative that we interrupt cycles of violence and that we give victims a permanent seat at the table. Ridding the world of human trafficking is not an easy task and not one that we will accomplish alone. But as New Jerseyans, I know that we're in this fight. I'm extraordinarily proud of the dedicated law enforcement personnel and prosecutors, career prosecutors, who have taken on this mission of tackling these truly heinous crimes. And before I turn it over to the Director of the Division of Criminal Justice for his remarks, I want to thank each of the investigators and attorneys involved in today's indictments. From the New Jersey State Police, Lieutenant Anthony Carugno, Detective Sergeant First Class Ricardo Diaz, Detective Sergeant First Class Mark Anthony Mua, Detective Sergeant Mark Wettengel, Detective Sergeant Richard Hersey, Sean Gosring, and from the Division of Criminal Justice, Bureau Chief Laura Magnone, Deputy Attorney General Lisa Queen, Deputy Attorney General Jacqueline Dowd, Deputy Attorney General Amy Hyde, Nadad Ninkovich, and Detective Kara Murphy. I would also like to thank and recognize the Cumberland County Prosecutor's Office for their assistance in today's announcements. You can see these cases are complex and take a village of dedicated personnel and committed public servants to bring these perpetrators to justice. And I'm very grateful for each and every one of them for the work that they've done. I would now like to turn the podium over to Director 𝗗𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦, who will share additional details about today's indictments.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Attorney General 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗞𝗦. Before I begin, I want to echo General 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗡 and thank the incredible team of prosecutors and detectives who worked on the two cases we are discussing today.
You know, another thing I think, man, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 people up there, and this guy's talking, and I know you got to talk and say things, and you got to thank all these people for doing their job. You got to thank them for doing their job. You got to have a ceremony, and you got to give people awards and all that stuff. But I think it's too much of that. I think it's too much partying, government award giving, government celebrations for the little things that you did, which is your job. That's all I'm saying. And they drawing some of this stuff out a little too long, but I think all the people that's in that room and all the people that's on that stage right now need to be out there looking for these kids. That's all I'm trying to say. Yeah, we got one, and we got a little hub, New Jersey. Good. Give each other 5, and let's get back out there. That's what I think need to happen.
Both of these matters reflect outstanding collaboration between the Division of Criminal Justice and the State Police's Human Trafficking Team by prosecutors and detectives working in both the northern and southern parts of the state. I also want to thank the Cumberland County Prosecutor's Office and Prosecutor Webb McCrae for their assistance in the Bridgeton investigation.
Right.
I want to spend the next few minutes walking you through the allegations contained in the two indictments. In the Essex County case, the indictment alleges that the defendants trafficked teenagers. Specifically, the victims were subjected to physical assault by their traffickers and repeatedly sexually assaulted by strangers. The indictment alleges that the defendants profited from the abuse. The first defendant charged in this case is 𝗟𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦, age 21, of Newark, New Jersey. Meekins is charged with 3 counts of first-degree human trafficking of a minor, 3 counts of first-degree human trafficking to engage in sexual activity by threatening harm, and 1 count of second-degree aggravated assault, among other charges. The maximum sentence on first-degree crime of human trafficking of a minor is 20 years to life imprisonment. The second defendant charged is Dante Barkley, age 28, of Newark, New Jersey. Barkley is also charged with 3 counts of first-degree human trafficking of a minor, among other charges. Again, the maximum sentence on a first-degree crime of human trafficking of a minor is 20 years to life imprisonment. The third defendant, who was previously indicted on August 14th, 2024, is Richard Johnson, age 34, of Irvington, New Jersey. Johnson is charged with 1 count of first-degree aggravated sexual assault, among other charges. In the other case, the indictment alleges that the Cumberland County conspirators recruited women to work as dancers, but then forced these women to remain in a house and be subjected to multiple sexual assaults by strangers. New victims were recruited regularly from Queens, New York, and Paterson, New Jersey. The indictment also alleges that the defendants distributed drugs, including cocaine and methamphetamine. The first defendant charged in the Cumberland County case is 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗞𝗦, age 42, of Bridgeton, New Jersey. Luna is charged with 5 counts of first-degree human trafficking, including 1 count in which the defendant is identified as an organizer or supervisor, 1 count of first-degree racketeering, and 1 count of first-degree distribution of methamphetamine, among other charges. The maximum sentence on a first-degree crime of human trafficking as the organizer or supervisor is 20 years to life imprisonment. The second defendant in the case is Jose Perez Lopez, age 40, of Bridgeton, New Jersey. Lopez is charged with 4 counts of first-degree human trafficking and 1 count of first-degree racketeering, among other charges. The third defendant is Rosendo Vasquez Hernandez, age 35, of Bridgeton. Hernandez is charged with 4 counts of first-degree human trafficking, 1 count of first-degree racketeering, and 1 count of first-degree distribution of methamphetamine, among other charges. And the fourth defendant is 𝗟𝗜𝗡𝗞𝗦, age 28, of Bridgeton, New Jersey. Marquez is also charged with 4 counts of first-degree human trafficking, among other charges. The maximum sentence on a first-degree crime is 20 years. Because of the work of the incredible public servants at the Division of Criminal Justice and the New Jersey State Police, the victims of human trafficking in these 2 cases have been liberated. But we know we have more work to do. And I'm continually thankful for the effort that the members of the Division of Criminal Justice's human trafficking team bring to this critically important work every single day. Each member of that bureau reflects the spirit and passion of Prosecutor Hilton, who was the founding leader of the bureau, and Deputy Attorney General 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗞𝗦.
God dog it.
You're mute.
Soon as I heard the phone, I was like, I'm muted.
Yeah, check the screen when you're talking for a little while back. You know.
All right, bye-bye. Bye-bye. My bad. The whole time I was muted. So Mike, no sound. Oh my God. God dog it. Well, let's go back because I don't even remember what I was saying. It was deep though. Oh man, wait a minute.
Every single day.
Wait a minute.
Each member of that bureau reflects the spirit and passion of Prosecutor Hilton, who was the founding leader of the bureau, and Deputy Attorney General 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗞𝗦, who leads it today.
Okay.
The Human Trafficking Bureau's work sends a clear message across New Jersey that the Division of Criminal Justice will stop at nothing to investigate and pursue those that engage in these crimes. Thank you again to the team for their outstanding work on these cases.
Thank you, Director. It's now my privilege to introduce the Lieutenant Colonel of the New Jersey State Police, Phil Buck.
Thank you, General. Good afternoon, everyone. So I'd be remiss, right? All the leadership in the room and that are here with us today, Prosecutor, Director, General 𝗟𝗡𝗞𝗦, Chief Powell, thank you for allowing me to address why we are all here today. I'd be remiss if I didn't give a little historical about the Human Trafficking Unit and how it pertains to me and Major 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗞𝗦 and his command that's in the back of the room. A little over 2 years ago was my first venture into the investigations branch. I since departed and I'm now back for my second tour in the investigations branch. And that time frame is about as long as the Human Trafficking Unit has been independent as their standalone unit. And to the General's comments, the amount of impact that they are having on the criminal interdiction world here in our home state and throughout our region is unprecedented. You do more with less. We're working on the personnel issue, I promise you. So we're going to do all we can to continue to beef up the personnel within the human trafficking unit. Your command works feverishly on just that. But to Major 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗞𝗦, Captain Oriello in the back, Lieutenant Hornicle, Captain Hannafy, they are the operating command of the bureau and the section that oversees the human trafficking unit. The support and the leadership and the allowance that a unit like this receives from their command, thanks does not do it justice. And usually you see the results of these two cases. I also, when you see that type of connection between leadership and unit level personnel, I also want to give a quick idea of emotion and how that ties into cases like these two cases we're talking about today. I only live about 30 miles from Essex County right now. All right, so I live a lot farther from Cumberland County than I do from Essex County. All right, but the issues of human trafficking exist everywhere in between where I live today on the Jersey Shore and back home in Cumberland County. I'm born and raised in Bridgeton. My friends are still there. My parents are still there. I still travel up and down Laurel Street every holiday, every time we have a chance to go visit my parents. And this type of interdiction has been needed.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. My chat is saying different things. I was shocked when Ali said, I mean, that's a bold statement, man. I'm just gonna put that out there. It's a bold statement to say that Child Protective Service are the ones who are my handlers. I'm trying to remember the words she used. You know, I'm paraphrasing. Human trafficking is the ones that put me into this daggone trafficking. So I want to put the word out and let people know that if you think you helping some kid by calling human human, what you call it, Child Protective Service, I'm sorry, y'all, because I'm chilled. I'm chilled. I don't care. I mean, I'm learning all this stuff, but I know right from wrong. You pick up the phone because you see a child in trouble. You pick up the phone because you know somebody needs help. You pick up the phone and you call Child Protective Services. It says protective in the name. And you mean to tell me these are the people that's putting them in trafficking? Never thought about that. Possibility. Let's say it's a possibility. So you mean to tell me I'm trying to do what's right because I go to church, you know, I'm a good citizen. I'm a good person. And there's a whole lot of us out there and we give and we trying to help. So we do the right thing. We call the police, call the Child Protective Service. I didn't even know it was a such thing as adult protective services. So I called them before. Help. I don't know what to do. I don't want to kill this mother. I'll kill somebody. See, I don't mind going to jail for something I believe in. And these people trying to do everything, what you call it when you do, you know, you got to kill. You can't just kill the cow. It got to be killed properly. Humane people. You want to do things humane while the bad guys doing things all the ugly ways. They dropping the babies over the border. They dropping them now. You're going to break an ankle. You're going to break a leg. You don't even give a sugar. You don't even care. They dropping the baby. They got videos, man. And when you drop the baby, shoot, you need to get a rope and climb. Drop they tail back over there. We got to fight back some kind of way. And because drop the baby. Thank you. Here you go. You got the paperwork. Okay. And they go through the daggone. They go through this. They said the government, Homeland Security is the worst ones that's doing it, man. Homeland Security is the worst ones. I hope to God I ain't muted this time. I couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe that these people, I don't know how this thing as long as I don't know, well, it's 30 minutes, man. and they sitting up there with these suit and ties on. Y'all need to be having on some boots. Bring the military in. Everybody want to act like they doing something, man. These people need our help. We should get these thugs. Yo, man. What's the boy name? Young Thug. Young Thug and the Uzis and all these gangster dudes. Yo, man, y'all want to make a difference in this world? Get out of jail. We're gonna let you out. We need each of y'all to come back with $50. $50? No, 50 kids. Oh shoot. Word B, I'm strapping up. Okay, we think this the government people, right? Because they can't, because we don't have a search warrant and everything. We think that house right there, because they know. We think that house right there got kids in there. They doing some crooked stuff in there. Y'all go over there. This y'all plan. Y'all know the streets better than us. This y'all plan. Y'all go over there, what? Sell them drugs, buy them drugs, let them know, yo, man, I'm trying to get with one of them little chickadees, man. Oh, yeah. Freeze! Blah, blah, blah. They do like the movies, man. All you gotta do is look at a goddamn movie. I don't understand what they doing. Do something. Do something other than what you're doing right now. Okay, you caught a New Jersey. What is this? Human trafficking ring busted in New Jersey. Okay. You did it. Well, I like to thank this person and this person. Okay. Celebrating. That's what I was saying when the mic was muting. Just a little bit too much. It gotta be a little bit too much. Let's get back to finding these kids.
For years, for my entire life. So the impact that this is having on not just Bridgeton, but the entire county and the entire region of the East Coast, because of what's happening in Little Bridgeton, right? Or in one county in New Jersey. Is being heard all over the country. I'm fresh off of an international investigative chiefs conference about 3 weeks ago in Boston. And they want to know how we stood up a human trafficking unit so quickly. And I quickly leaned on the idea of the support that we get from the very top of our command structure all the way down to the unit level. It happens very naturally when the support and the energy and the passion exist at every level. So I know that there's leaders and there's folks in the room that are responsible for what we're all here for today, right? You've allowed, as we call in the law enforcement world, the boots on the ground to do what it is that they do, right? And all they need is support. All they need to know is that energy and that effort that they're exuding every day, right? This is over a 2-year investigation, if I'm correct, Sarge. And I know that a lot more time went in than just 2 years on an investigation like the case down in Cumberland County. So we are all very thankful for your efforts, but I just want to make sure that I echo that thanks that we give to folks like you, Attorney General 𝗟𝗡𝗡, Major 𝗚𝗓𝗡, and your entire command, because without that support, without that push from both directions, today is not possible. So I'm personally thankful for what you're doing. And I promise you, you will continue to get the support that you need to move your interdiction efforts forward into the future. Thank you for your time. And again, keep up the good work and be safe out there. Thank you, Colonel.
That's crazy.
Thank you, Colonel. It's now my privilege to introduce Acting Mercer County Prosecutor and Deputy Director of the Division of Criminal Justice, who oversees the Human Trafficking Unit, Teresa Hillick.
Oh my God.
Thank you, General.
We need all this talk,
Thank you for having me here.
Why we need all this talk?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
We are fortunate here in New Jersey that we have an Attorney General and a First Assistant who have made human trafficking a priority, a crime that disproportionately impacts women and children. General Platkin has time and time again proven through his actions that he supports this work. The Division of Criminal Justice's Human Trafficking Unit stood up by the Attorney General 2 years ago, and the group that in partnership with investigators from the New Jersey State Police dismantled these 2 human trafficking rings has doubled its legal team since last year, allowing for more investigations and stronger prosecutions. While I currently serve on detail as acting Mercer County prosecutor, in my role as deputy director of DCJ, I proudly oversaw the expansion. The work of the Human Trafficking Unit is difficult, but I think I speak on behalf of my colleagues when I say announcements like today make the challenging efforts worth it. These cases are only possible because of the steadfast collaboration and intelligence sharing between partnering law enforcement agencies. 2 weeks ago, General Platkin and members of his leadership team met with law enforcement leaders from New Jersey and New York in preparation for the 2026 World Cup to discuss the necessary security measures required to ensure the event is safe for all. The discussions touched on crowd control and security for players and spectators alike, but much of the discussion also revolved around the significant increased potential for crimes, including human trafficking. The sad reality is that even at an event designed to celebrate the spirit of athletic competition, bad actors will see the World Cup only as an opportunity to profit from the vulnerabilities of others. We know that those who engage in human trafficking take advantage of events of this size, and today I want to expand upon the Attorney General's comments on the STALS initiative. As General Platkin mentioned earlier, he launched STALS for Safety last year in an effort to connect with victims during what may be one of their only moments away from their trafficker in a public restroom stall. STALS stands for Sanctuary from Trafficking, Awareness and Linkage to Law Enforcement and Services. Placed in public bathrooms across the state, our STALS posters include resources accessible by QR code, easily connecting victims with the New Jersey Human Trafficking Tip Line and the National Human Trafficking Hotline. The example of the STALS poster is right here before you.
Okay, they got something they trying to put together. Lord have mercy, boy. Man, we need to go in that joint like the movie Taken or something. I got special skills. I will find you. Or Incredible Hulk. Don't make me angry. You won't like me when I'm angry. I'm just trying to tell you, man. I'm over here almost in tears, man.
The posters printed in both English and Spanish on one sheet ask guiding questions designed to help potential victims identify that they may be in danger if they don't realize it. The posters also urge anyone with information about suspected human trafficking activity to make a report. If a business is interested in adding STALS posters to their restrooms or locker rooms, an order form is available on the STALS page on the Attorney General's website.
Man, F all that, man. I swear, Lord. Y'all want me to tell y'all what need to happen? Trump in the military. We're gonna make a announcement. I'm sorry, fellow. Let me know if I'm right, chat. I am so sorry, but everybody in the military, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and the Reserve, and all that stuff, we got a problem on our earth. I mean, on our land. On our land, we got a problem. We need to search every house. Period. We need to search every house. It's my constitution, right? Yeah, whatever. I don't care what you're doing. Do you have human beings that don't belong in your house? I don't care about the drugs. I don't care about your dogs. I don't care about all these cars that you chopping up. I don't care about that. We focus on one thing, finding the kids. That's what we need to do. That's simple. I'm sorry. Your constitutional rights will be violated for 30 seconds. I apologize. The United States, apologize. Man, I thought I was muted again. Somebody, they text me. We learning, y'all. We learning. Yeah. We're looking for kids. We want to search for trap doors and all that type of stuff. We ain't gonna get them all. But we're gonna crunch down. You got a kid. This kid's supposed to be, he drugged up or he's sleepy or whatever. No, that's a red flag. Take them out. This kid, where's the birth certificate? You had this is the ID. Where's this kid? Is this your father, man? I mean, let me know, because you ain't got to see this person ever again in your life. If you say that this person ain't, now some of the kids might be like, yeah, that's my real father, right? That's my real father. But yeah, dad, I'm gonna get you. Nope, I don't know that man. Fine, take them. It's going to be some problems. I understand that. Something unconstitutional needs to happen. You trying to go by the book and they don't have no book to go by. That's what the problem is, man. My bad. I gave you the solution, and then who gonna do it? Because the wall you done built, that ain't helping. You might as well take the wall down, let them just walk across the border. Since you helping them, stop acting like you helping, like, oh, they built a wall, so yeah, we vote for the wall and all that. Come on, man. You see the wall, they got two walls up. Got a wall, they got a wall, and we got a wall. And these people are traveling from miles away to come to Mexico. And then they come in. Why are they coming to the United States? The land of milk and honey, the promised land. Like coming to heaven. That's the way they preached. I have dealt with foreigners, and they think that the United States, everybody is rich. Even the poor people that live on the streets are rich compared to us. That's what they think, man.
These adhesive or laminated posters will be provided free of charge. They can also be downloaded from the Attorney General's website. We know victims of trafficking are often hidden in plain sight. With stalls, we are endeavoring to meet victims where they are and offer a path to safety.
My live stream is saying that's why the military is involved. Yeah, that's why Trump is saying he's going to get the military involved. And too many people know about this stuff right now. Too many people know. Democrat or Republican. This ain't about no Democrat or Republican, especially if you Democrat. What do you stand for, Democrat? Mr. Democrat that's listening now. If you're a Democrat, can you tell me what you stand for? Well, the Republican, they are and what make it so bad is they got all these Trump supporters, right? And they put the mic into their face. And so tell me something, Trump, and you stand for Trump. What is Trump? Well, I don't know. I just know Trump is go Trump. And thanks for having me on your TV. They don't know. And they go to the week, and we laugh at this stuff, man. You go to a Republican and you can do the same thing. You just got to find the right ones. That ain't gonna be easy. I mean, that ain't gonna be hard. You know, I was one of them. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Only thing I know is people in this world, worldwide, not in this country, in this world, they need help. People need help. If we start focusing on the first thing that we should be doing is helping people, none of this will be happening. But now we want to have all these cars and the bling blings and the throwing up the gang side, all this violence. We want to promote all this violence and stuff. Why would you want to hurt somebody on this earth? Why would you want to promote violence? Do you ever ask yourself that? Have you ever asked yourself, why do you want what? Yeah. East West Side in the house? Hey, 202, baby. You better recognize. Why you want to do that? Because that's what you've been trained to do? Why you want to do it? I want to be known for, like, you know what? I bought a food system to 3 or 4 starving countries. That's what I did. I helped the people. That's what I want to be known for. I don't want to be known for shooting up 3 or 4 people. unless they trafficking some people, unless they doing wrong to other people. If I hurt one person that did wrong to family after family after family after family after family. Oh my.
The International Labor Organization, a United Nations agency, estimated that in 2022 that 27.6 million people worldwide were victims of forced labor, bonded labor, forced child labor, sexual servitude, and involuntary servitude. That's 27.6 million people who will endure unspeakable emotional, physical, and psychological trauma. And while New Jersey is by no means immune to the horrors of human trafficking, but thanks to General 𝗗𝗡𝗡𝗞𝗦, with the tireless service of the Division of Criminal Justice's Human Trafficking Unit and the New Jersey State Police and our other law enforcement partners across the state, we will not stop. We will investigate, we will prosecute, and we will tirelessly advocate for victims and survivors. Thank you.
Thank you, Prosecutor Hilton. I just want to again underscore the tremendous work that was done here and the importance of these cases. Talking about, in one instance, girls as young as 13, 15. These are kids, often vulnerable kids, often kids who are dealing with a host of challenges. And to be preyed upon, as alleged here, by people who are treating them as property for profit should offend all of us. It offends me as a chief law enforcement officer, but also as a father and as a human being, and as somebody who in my private legal capacity has represented victims of human trafficking and has seen the horrors that ensue for the rest of their life as a result of it. I want to thank Covenant House and our other service providers, as well as Viva, for the work that's being done to help victims and survivors of human trafficking get back on their feet and put pieces back together one day at a time. And again, I want to thank the dedicated members of the State Police and the Division of Criminal Justice for their tireless work that, again, has led to more cases being prosecuted by the Division of Criminal Justice in this year alone than in 4 years preceding it. I want to thank you all for being here. Sharon, are we taking any questions?
I hope not. You don't need to take no questions. What you need to do is get your butt out on them streets. Talk to them. Talk to the whistleblowers. It's 2 of them that used to work in the Homeland Security thing. That's what all 4 of y'all need to go. One take one of them, one take the other one, and explain to us why these people don't need big time paperwork. They had a picture. They showed a picture on their phone, y'all, no bull, of an ID. And the lady need to match this picture up with another picture she see online to see if this is a correct ID. And she said out of her mouth, if she don't hurry up and do this, you taking too long. You holding up the line. Push these people through. You know damn well. You know daggone well. Something ain't right with this picture. That's why they quit and stopped. They started talking about how they humiliate you when you get ready to get kicked off the job. Everybody want to protect their tail. They come with 2 security guards. Come get you up. This Homeland Security, right? This Homeland Security. They come and say, you fired. Pack up your stuff and let's go. And you, oh my God, I was just trying to do my job and trying to feed my kids too. I would do a Jaguar right on their tail. Y'all should have seen Jaguar right in that airport. Oh my God, she was cussing them people up one side and the other. She was cussing them. Get off of my shh. Don't touch my shh. Ain't nobody asked you shh. You see this? Y'all see this? Every time I come to this airport, they gotta go through my shh. Why look, it's just sitting there. Why in the world are we doing all this? Every time I look, we're celebrating and we got some type of meeting. And we got all this time to waste and look good with our ties on and our suits on and everything. We need to put on some combat boots, man. Go out there and get them girls, them kids, them people.
We'll talk about the police work involved. What are the things that has happened?
Make me sick, man. What kind of question you got? Right now, I can't answer your question. I got to go find these kids.
I'm going to let Teresa speak to that a little bit as well, but I think one of the things that is a critical part of these investigations is making sure that our detectives are trained to deal with the sensitivities around working with victims of human trafficking so they can participate in these investigations. And that's something that Deputy Director Hilton has highlighted, both with her work with the state police on this and also within DCJ. Teresa, you want to go beyond for that?
I will echo what Director 𝗗𝗡𝗞𝗦 said. Yes, having learning how to work and speak with victims in a way that meets them where they are is something that is learned for a lot of people. And so there's been an effort put into that so that they're more effective at communicating with victims, because this is a hard thing to talk about for somebody who survived something like this. And understanding what a survivor has experienced is important for proving the allegations, for charging the crimes. But in addition to that, there have been a lot of search warrants that have been used, a lot of, I don't want to go into too much detail, but investigating other corroborating pieces of information so that it doesn't all depend on what a survivor reports, but that it's corroborated by a bunch of additional evidence that's included search warrants, communication data warrants, surveillance, the whole gamut of investigative techniques available are often employed in these kind of cases. Does that answer your question?
I would just note the collaboration across agencies is really critical, both the agencies here as well as with other governmental agencies who deal with particularly our younger girls and children.
Man, y'all sound like y'all lying. Y'all sound like y'all trying to make up a daggone excuse. Y'all sound like y'all, okay, y'all done did something. Y'all accidentally found something in New Jersey. But somebody was saying Amber Alerts are crooked also. Wait a minute. That's not. If people need education, please look up 𝗟𝗡𝗞𝗦. Yeah. Amen. We need to stop. God dang it. We need to stop ignoring the Amber Alerts. What's the statement said that made me stop it? And I'm thinking 320,000 kids missing. I got a buddy of mine that his son is missing. I never got an Amber Alert. I don't even remember when the last time or the first time I seen an Amber Alert on my cell phone. How does that? You got to turn it on or something? Maybe I need to turn it on or something. I don't know. How often do you see an Amber Alert compared to how many kids is missing every day in the United States? I'm assuming that the Amber Alert only works in the United States, I'm assuming. Help me out. Help me. Teach me. Because I didn't see one yesterday, day before yesterday, last week, last month. I don't know. Only thing I do know is it's X amount of kids being missing per day. Is that right? Maybe I'm wrong. Am I wrong? If I'm wrong, then I want to be taught. I want to get educated. But I don't know what the heck he's saying. Amen, Carlos. Wait a minute. Yes, there are because they use the Amber emergency to be found. The person is quiet. Yeah. We need to print it out ourselves. Kids on milk cartons from forms of trafficking. Kids on milk cartons. Yeah. Kern. Hey, Mike. How you doing? I only have gotten one Amber Alert last month. You got one Amber Alert last month?
Who have either displaced or who are availing themselves of other services. There are signs that they can often pick up of potential human trafficking victims that, because we are closely coordinating across all of our agencies, we're able to build more cases. And I think it's important to underscore for anybody out there engaged in this kind of conduct, we have folks here who are going to find you and we're going to hold you accountable. And as you heard from the crimes as alleged today, some of them carry sentences as serious as life in prison. And we will pursue the maximum penalty we can obtain under the law when it comes to human trafficking cases.
And that's where the problem lies. We're going to go with the maximum. Everybody says that. I remember we had a show and the guy got up there and said, if y'all start fighting or interrupting our show, we are going to prosecute you to the highest extent of the law. And I'm saying to myself, if you think that's going to scare them, what's the highest? If they start fighting each other in the crowd, right? And now we're going to prosecute y'all to the highest extent of the law. You think that's scaring them? They human traffickings, man. If you you tell them, F the law, because y'all effing the law too. F the law. If I catch you human trafficking, if you got any kids or any people in here and these kids, what they do to you? Now you good, because you ain't going back with them. I'm trying to tell you that, because that ain't your daddy. The paperwork don't match up. What they do to you? You ain't got to tell me now. We're going to put you with a nice family and all that type of stuff. And then later on, they're going to speak up. They speaking. It's time to get up. Time to speak up. Alley. Show them the Alley videos. Show them the Puffy videos. We catching them. See, we catching them one by one. What they do? They ain't do nothing to me. They ain't do nothing to me. Well, where's your daddy? Where's your fingerprint? Eye laser. Take time and get these people, because they gonna lie. They say they gonna kill my whole family if I say something. Yeah, but that's over with, dog. Because once we find out where your family at, we gonna protect them. Come on, military. All these people walking around the military, the Navy, the Army, and all this type of stuff. They ain't doing no work, because I used to work on their computers. I know they ain't working. The computer don't work. I know they ain't working. So let's put them back in uniform. Go over to this little girl right here. She said you used to live right down here in whatever other country she come from. Take her one at a time. One at a time. I'm about to turn this phone off. One at a time. Let's get to the bottom of this. Because whatever y'all been doing for the last 10 years ain't working. Whatever you doing ain't been working. It's more and more.
General, how can we help you in the interface?
Public punishment. I ain't gonna say no. I'm trying not to say nobody's name who's saying all this. I don't want to get people being chased after. You're right. Take them out in the middle of the street. Put up the little thing. Put up the stage. Everybody gather around. The ones that don't want to see, close your eyes. This is not humanity and all this stuff. They're cloning chickens. Just to throw you off a little bit. That ain't humane. They're making fake meats. They're making robots that you can buy a robot. Do I need to go on? They already got cars driving themselves. We need to change something. You might as well keep human trafficking going, because the robots and the computers going to do all the work anyway. I don't understand this. I don't understand this. And y'all sitting here, something got to change, and this ain't helping, man. They ain't helping. That's 4 people that can be out looking. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sorry, 5. I can't count too well.
Well, Pastor, I want to thank you as Chief Chaplain of the State Police and somebody who leads out in the community by example and coordinates in the city of Trenton some of the most robust interagency coordination that you'll see anywhere in the country. You're frankly doing a lot of that work already. But there's no question the reason why we have the Stalls campaign, the reason why we have Viva, the reason why we have trained in the state police and in the Division of Criminal Justice to be cognizant of the signs of human trafficking is because too often there's this sense, as I said, that this is a crime that only affects other people. The truth is human trafficking exists in all walks of life. It exists in every community. It exists in every race and social status. It exists throughout this country and certainly throughout our state. So the more partners we have, they can help us spread this message, certainly making stalls, posters available.
Is that all you got? Don't say that stall stuff no more. That's all you got? Come on, man. I was hustling. Please don't. If you say it again, I got to say something. These people that's in this trafficking are scared, y'all. That crap ain't gonna work. Let me make my point. So you mean to tell me you're gonna put a sign up? A barcode. They've been trafficking. You got a stall, right? The little girl that's trafficked, the little boy that's trafficked need to use the bathroom. So the handler is a dude, and this is a little girl, so he can't go in the girl's bathroom. So he let the little girl go in there by herself. That's what they thinking. So now they see this sign up. You can call for help. Do you know? And this is facts, y'all. This is facts. I forgot what area it was. This man, he was a bass player. I remember because they had the 3 girls that he had captured for over 10 years in his house. Yeah. This guy that was a bass guitar player, because I play bass, he killed himself. And remember the guy said something like, I knew something was wrong because little cute white girl run up to a black man. Then something ain't right. All this is all over the news. He had these girls and tortured these girls in his house. And this is his next door neighbor talking for 10 years. And that girl said, and other people have said this, these traffickers know what they doing. They punish these people. They punish them. They set up, leave the door open. Leave the door unlocked. Like I accidentally left the door. Okay, y'all, I'm gone. They leave the door unlocked. Oh, shucks, he left that door unlocked. That door unlocked. He said he gone. We're going to wait a little while. He's standing at the bottom of the steps. He at the bottom of the steps, y'all. He waiting. Yeah, he waiting. Just don't make no noise. He waiting. Then all of a sudden they come out the room. Looking. He gone. They go down the steps and bingo, he right there. He whipped them almost to the. You tried to escape. No, I wasn't. I'm trying to. And beat they tail so bad they can barely. It takes months for them to heal from these whippings. It takes months. That's what she said. I can still feel the pain. And you mean to tell me this stranger, this might be a test? This police officer, is this are you being trafficked? This might be a test. Nah, man, I ain't being trafficked. I don't want that type of whooping no more. If I call that number, it might be a test. That's a good dream, but I ain't stupid. I ain't calling that number. I'm going back with this person, and I'm going to try my best to keep that butt whooping off of me. This is how they do it, man. From Ali Collin and all these other people. You got to watch the movies. All you got to do is watch the goddamn movies. It's in the movies. And the way they abuse these people to the point they don't know up from down. And you think some little flyer going to help them? Shame on you for even putting that information out to the public. Shame on you for putting that out to the public. Yeah, we doing something. All they got to do, if they being sex trafficked, just call the number. We'll help you. And whoop, you right back in the square. You don't call the number. You don't call that number. And you got to Adult Protective Services who is putting them right back in that circle. According to Ali. Yeah. And you think they're going to call that number? That's why I don't want to shut up about that stupid number. Take the tie off and get out there and look for the kids. All of y'all. You too, with the green on. You ain't got no tie on, but take the jacket off, put on some boots. What is wrong with y'all, man?
Helping us build relationships with people who may see, particularly youth who are victims of human trafficking, can see the signs of it and help us build trust with them. Part of the reason why these cases take so long, as has been discussed, is because you're dealing with with victims who understandably have very, very broken levels of trust. And building that trust with them.
He's saying it. He's saying it. They got broken levels of trust.
To trust law enforcement. Your who are victims of human trafficking can see the signs of it and help us build trust with them. Part of the reason why these cases take so long, as has been discussed, is because you're dealing with victims who understandably have very, very broken levels of trust. And building that trust with them to trust law enforcement, to come forward and advocate on their behalf and seek justice on their behalf, is a difficult and time-consuming process, as it must
There's
be.
no way in the world.
But these folks are committed to doing that work, and helping us continue to build those bridges is how we will do more of it.
Just confirming, these are two separate cases. There's
Yes.
no connection between the two. And the time frames for each one, over 2 years?
Two separate cases.
Over the course of 2 years, yes.
I want to thank you all. I want to thank again the public servants who do this work every day, and thank the rest of you for being here.
Thanks, General.
Man. Oh my goodness. No, that's 6 people. I think that's one more 7. This person standing up, that's 8 people. I would love for them to turn that camera around. 8, 9. There goes somebody else with a uniform on. That's 9 people.
If you need anything, you have my number now.
Yep. Okay.
So hopefully you got it.
10 people. I see 10 people that wasted 40 minutes and they should have been out there looking for them kids. That's what I see. I don't know what y'all see. And y'all can sit here and act like, yay, they did New Jersey. I'm so happy. I apologize that I done turned this into human trafficking ring busted in New Jersey. That's supposed to be a win. But in every win, to be a real winner, I can see what the team is doing wrong. That's what I do. No matter what, as a producer, no matter what you did, as a coach, as a manager, no matter what you have done, we can do it better. That's all I see. Unless you got an A+ perfect score, you got all the answers right with long paragraph explanations. You can do better. Our government, we can do better. And I'm hoping, we've been Democrat for a couple of months. The numbers done changed. The numbers done went up since the Democrat been in control. So they say they in control. I don't know how this whole thing worked, man, but something got to be done. And all you got to do is just try to figure it out yourself. I think we need to get some of these gangster go ho. It's sure is funny. This is the part that kills me right here. And this is the last thing I'm gonna say on this subject. This is what kills me. If you are a pedophile or you are doing things to kids, and you get caught in jail, oh my God, they got a whole separate unit for you because you can't be with the regular population because they will kick your mother. Yes, indeedy, boy, they will kick in jail. They got the right answer. They got the right answer in jail. Why is that? Everybody know that. Everybody seen the movies, right? When you go to jail and they say, oh, you was a child M, they got to put you in man, we ain't got time to be doing no specials for you. Go on in there and get what's coming to you. Video that. We know the answer. We don't like the answer. What we need to do is get our military and get our people in there and keep the cameras off and go in there and handle business. Clean all this mess up. The public don't need to know. They can't handle it. You can't handle the truth. You can't even handle the truth, dog. Don't even act like you can. You ain't street. You just acting like you street. You ain't real. You don't know what you believe in to stand on it. I believe that people are in trouble and they need help. That's what I believe. And I believe that the help need to come by any means necessary. And you find somebody else to talk like that and believe it. I'm Mike Cross, man. I'm going to get on up out of here. I apologize, man, if I hurt anybody's feelings. But stop celebrating and let's get out there and find these kids. Peace out. Oh, shit. It ain't nothing to cut off. It ain't nothing to cut off. It's a live stream. My bad. Amen, Mike. Facts. How many people think? How many? Oh, man. I'm just speaking from the heart, man. My bad. I'm just speaking from the heart, man. God bless everyone. I'm just speaking from the heart on this stuff, man. I can't.